Right, so hello everybody. Remember yesterday we tried to do this flight and it was a mess because the live weather wasn't working. So Storm Arwen has wreaked havoc over the UK and in particular northeast, and it's still in place today, although the winds have slightly weakened. The strongest winds at the moment are between Newcastle and the Midlands, Birmingham and East Midlands, Leicester, Nottingham, etc. So let's just show you on the map where the weather is, the wind I should say. Low level winds are still showing on flight simulators, huge. So regardless, we're going to get going. Windy does not show this level of winds actually. The concentration and windy is in this area here, not to the west as it shows here. And I'm just going to double check that now. Wind 5,000 feet, and the forecasted area on the ECMWF is, like I just said, the GFS agrees, Icon agrees, NEMS agrees, and even Arome. They all agree that that's where the strongest winds are. So I tend to use the ECMWF, the European forecast model. And like I say, the altitude we're interested in is 5,000 feet, and yeah, all the way down from Sunderland to Nottingham. In fact, if we could come across to say even Scarborough, I don't know, Scarborough is a bit further south, because we've got an airport at Nottingham. Scarborough, Sunderland is near Newcastle. Have we got any airport here? Peterlee, I don't know Peterlee. Saltburn by the sea. Is that Middlesbrough? Redcar Lackenby, Middlesbrough, there we go. So where's this? Fishburn, Peterlee. I think Peterlee to East Midlands we could do, maybe. Newcastle's quite a long way. I'll tell you what, we'll still do Newcastle because we want to get the ATIS. That's quite a long way up though, isn't it? Wait. Yeah, Middlesbrough to East Midlands, I think, is the best. Middlesbrough. Oh, come back. Middlesbrough, so where's this? Durham Tees Valley, that's perfect, right. So we need to start from the GA. So I found a workaround to get this weather working. And the workaround that we used was the server location, the sim. North Europe was not working, West Europe was not working, but funny enough, Microsoft's based in the USA, East USA is working. So I connect to East USA server, and we're going to do Durham Tees Valley to East Midlands Airport, which is just south of Nottingham, near to Loughborough. And it's a cargo airport typically. It comes alive at night. But we're going to use it now. Let's see what parking is this. GA small, perfect. Direct GPS, and it's daytime. So we can do GPS VFR. We can do IVAR as well. I'll do VFR. I don't want to be told where to go. Right. And we said 6,400 feet is where these winds are concentrated today. Let's config the aircraft. The passengers will be put in the back, not the front, just in case they're sick. We don't want them being sick all over the Garmin 1000. So passengers in the back. We've got water and emergency blankets. And that puts us over 100 kilos below our maximum takeoff weight. And our wear and tear is going to be 10%. And live weather, of course. Let's go. That's looking better. Look at the speed of them clouds. This looks like proper real world weather, finally. And we can even hear the wind. Look at that. That's what we want. And let's see what the ATIS has got to say.
Teesside Airport information, Sierra 15000 Zulu. Wind tree 0 at 44. Visibility 6. Sky condition 2,100 feet. Scattered ceiling 4,300 feet broken. Temperature 2. Dew point 10. QNH 29.65. ILS runway 05 in use. Landing and departing runway 05. DSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Okay, so as you can see from that,
information,
much better.
15000. Wind tree 0 at 44.
And we'll be departing to the south.
Side ground, Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango with Sierra request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango taxi to and hold short of runway 05 using taxiway Delta. Contact tower on 119.805 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 05 using taxiway Delta Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Okay, so we're ready for pushback.
Teesside ground, Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango requesting pushback.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango pushback request accepted.
Excellent, the weather's finally doing what we hope. So we're going to take off, get up to 6.5. Might as well climb at VY because it's beneficial to get the tailwind as quickly as possible. And how far have we got to go to our destination? We've got 115 miles to destination in a straight line. So we'll see how long it takes with the tailwind. We'll start our stopwatch on takeoff.
Teesside ground, Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Teesside ground Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango requesting the end of pushback.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango request to end pushback received.
Okay, good. He's away from there, so get the beacon on. Starting prop. So 6,400 feet. Flight director on, and I wonder if we can set FLC on now. FLC 30 knots, nose down. Yeah, there you go. FLC VY is 74, so 75 knots. Okay, so we're clear to taxi. Let's taxi out. Actually, we could do a bit of lighting in here because it looks like it's going to get dark soon. So. Actually, before we go, let's set our mixture now. It's part of our run-up checks. So we normally do run-up checks, but we're not going to bother with all that right now. Just get an abbreviated start. Obviously, you want to make sure your rudder trim, your elevator trim's set to take off. Flaps are up. Set 1700 RPM. 1700 and lean back. 1710. 1700, so back in. 1710, and we're now increasing, looking for a drop to 1700. 1720. 1720 was there. So that is Storkio 1720 at... Oh no, it's gone now. 1720 at 82.8. So we'll go back in, it would continue to increase back down to 1710. There we go. So we're leaned slightly rich of Storkio. Right, so we can now get going. The wind really does want to take us off.
Cessna Romeo India Tango, hold position, caution other traffic.
What other traffic? What other traffic? This stupid bus? What's the bus doing on the taxiway? Stupid bus. Move it. It's not turning. What's going on here? What I've done, I've put the stick forward just to put more weight on the nose wheel, so that we've got the ability to turn. Otherwise, it's not wanting to, still not wanting to turn very easily.
Side tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango ready at runway 05 departure to the south.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango QNH 29.65 wind 330 at 44. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
So it's like a crosswind takeoff here, so this is going to be challenging.
Cleared for takeoff runway 05 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
In fact, that's well beyond the limits of a Cessna. Strong wind from the left. We've got the wind sock is almost horizontal. To hold the brakes, we're going to apply full power. Keep aileron into wind as well. Oh my god. Oh. Pilot's on 75 knots and we need heading mode. We're airborne at least.
Cessna Romeo India Tango, continue for south departure.
And that's why the old World War II airports had a cross runway, so that even when there was strong crosswinds you could still take off. Wouldn't it be a disaster if there was a bunch of enemy planes coming in and you couldn't take off because of what the wind was doing? That would mean that the country would be liable to invasion on any day that the wind was like this. So, of course, having a cross runway is even a good thing. This probably wouldn't have been achievable in real life because of the wind. In real life we wouldn't have done that. How we just went across the taxiway like that.
Side tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo
Wind
India
is
Tango,
way off
continue
limits.
for south departure.
Like a 20 knot crosswind limit on the Cessna. That was like 44 knots. 10. And you can take up nav mode. Nav mode. Still heading. Nav mode. Still on heading. Need an intercept heading, I think. GPS. You have to press OBS.
Cessna Romeo India Tango, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
T-side tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango frequency change. Side approach Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles south of T-side 2,900 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango T-side approach. Squawk 7547.
Squawk 7547 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Cessna Romeo India Tango radar contact 6 miles south of T-side 3,300 feet. QNH 29.65.
Roger, Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Cessna Romeo India Tango contact Leeming approach on 123.3. Good day.
123.3 Cessna Romeo India Tango. Leeming approach Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango 3,700 feet.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango Leeming approach QNH 29.65 continue as planned.
So we have got a TAS of 84 knots, but look at our ground speed, 134, so we've got 50 knot tailwind right now that we're absolutely flying. We're absolutely flying. And of course the temperature as well is -6. That's what it's meant to be. We've got unreliable airspeed right now, so we're now going to make sure we've got our pitot heat on. There could be ice. Landing lights can go. Strips on as well. So we've leaned out our mixture nicely. We're now at a good altitude, We've got an outside air temperature of -8, and because we're not at sea level anymore, and also because the barometric pressure was below standard to begin with at 29065, so the engine is not anywhere near to full power. Even with full throttle, it's not at full power due to the density of the air.
125.0 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
In addition to that, this -9 degrees coming onto the hood is cooling our cylinders' heads. So
Top clip
yeah,
approach,
we
Cessna
lean
Golf,
in and we're
Bravo
running
Romeo India
stoichiometric
Tango,
now.
5,800 feet.
And actually, if you stoichio like this, high power but not full power, what we can do is just get the nose down a bit, increase our climb speed to like 90 knots, and increase the amount of cooling to the engine. That way we can still keep the engine from overheating. Cylinder heads in particular is what we're talking about, and we can also increase our fuel efficiency. By leaning out, we cut the fuel flow in gallons per hour, and we've got a higher airspeed as well, so we're actually covering more distance in the given time. So we're running nice and efficiently right now, and actually we're just coming up to our top climb. .580, see if we can lean it a bit further, 2590. To right at pure lean there, 2590, that's as lean as we're going to get today, 43.2%, unless we climb further. And I'm now going to reduce the power back to 90%. To make sure it's within the green band. I want 2500 RPM actually. Here we go, 2500 RPM, and that's given us 106 knots, a TAS of 117, and a ground speed of 163, quite respectable. So yeah, we're in the cruise. We've got a bit of cloud coming up actually, so probably want to climb above that. So go further climb now. Like I say, we've aggressively leaned it out, but we're going to not climb at a low airspeed, and also as we climb, it's automatically enriching itself, because that enrichment that we got there, that mixture we got there of 43%, as we climb, that's going to become rich. Rather than lean, that will become rich. So as you get higher up, you want to lean it further. Without touching the lever, it will become richer. I think 7,400 will do. Remember we had like, I can't remember now, was it 164 at 2,500? Lean it a bit further. 43.2. No, we're not going to get any leaner than 37%. Let's just push. Oh look, 590, 600, 610, 620. 630. Of course, this is a gasoline engine, a sparking ignition gasoline engine, but if we wanted to be like a diesel, we would keep the throttle at 100% and use the mixture as the power control. But in a petrol, that's going to create problems with ignition and detonation and stuff like that.
Cessna Romeo India Tango contact leads approach on 134.58. Good day.
.58 for Cessna Romeo India Tango. Leads approach Cessna Golf. Bravo Romeo India Tango 7,400 feet.
Cessna Golf.
The wind's slightly less at this height. Keep the heading bug just in case the GPS was to drop out, you'd still be able to maintain your track. Very respectable speed though. Yeah, we would have kind of hoped for a bit more speed. We've only got 41 knots. Yesterday was going to be the day for it, but yeah, if only I knew the servers for Europe were not giving live weather, and I would have just connected to the USA servers to begin with, but I only thought about it today, so at least we're flying today. Yeah, I'm sure everyone would agree 161 knots ground speed in a Cessna 172 is pretty good, especially when you're all leaned out and you're at 7,400 feet. The funny thing about Flight Simulator in this is that it doesn't look at the airspace. Right, in real life, you wouldn't be able to keep climbing all the way up to 18,000 feet. I think in the States you can climb up to 18,000 feet and remain VFR. In the UK, we've got like controlled airspace usually because of the airports, the international airports. So like in parts of Kent and Sussex, you can't really climb much above 2,500 feet because of Heathrow and Gatwick and stuff like that. Like even if you're VFR, you just cannot go into that. That's IFR traffic only. But from what I understand, in the United States, you can go up to 18,000 feet. So, in most areas, that is, you might have controlled airspace. Well, you still have VFR, but in the UK, there is no controlled airspace with VFR that's above 2,500 around London or Surrey or anything like that. You know, you're stuck down at like 2,400 feet. It's a safe altitude, really. We're just going to fly through this cloud and see if we get any ice. See if we get any ice accretion on the airplane. Got 62 miles left. And temperature's minus 11. Barely any fuel. 39 kilos.
Cessna Romeo, India Tango. Approach Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo, India Tango, 7,400 feet.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo, India Tango, approach QNH, 29.65, continue as planned.
So, we want to just look at the weather in East Midlands. And we're more than halfway now. 330 at 20 gusting 33 knots. And it's quite dry actually. It's not really very moist. With a dew point and temperature spread of 6 degrees, humidity is probably no higher than about 70% at the most. So this is just like a little catalogue of frequencies really. Stowe, it's in the Cotswolds. So we're not within range of yet. But we're making very good progress. Very good progress indeed. And this is estimating that we'll be there in 16 minutes. So we've got 43 knot tailwind now. 43, 44 knot. Not bad, not bad. Obviously if it was a headwind that would really be a bad thing because we'd be doing less than 80 knots ground speed, so of course you want to find the tailwind and evade the headwind. So maybe if we were going in the opposite direction we could fly either above the core wind or below it. Often near to the ground, like 2000 AGL is where you'll find the weaker winds, but that's not always the case. I'm not quite sure, other than sea breezes and katabatic winds and stuff like that, I'm not sure why sometimes there's a pocket of high speed air at say 5,500 feet, but yet above and below it is much slower. I don't know why that is. It's interesting. It's possibly to do with temperature and things like that. Even at times it's looked like we were going to be on a collision course with some of these clouds, but yet they blow out of the way just as we, which is great.
aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have mic. East Midlands Airport.
Midlands Tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango is 24 miles or 7,400 feet with mic touch and go.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango East Midlands Tower. QNH 29.62 wind tree 30 at 37. Enter left traffic runway 27.
Make left traffic runway 27 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
So it's a left-hand circuit, and we will be joining downwind just north of the airfield. We'll touch and go. So I think now we can start our descent. Initially down to 2,100 feet. We're probably going to end up IFR in some ways, so we'll see. And I'm not even going to reduce engine power. I'm just going to cruise descent, and that will give us extra speed. Right on the edge of the green band, and just keep the engine power where it is. 186 knots. Oh hell, I said that let's see if we get to 200 knots. Let's do it. Oh damn, don't want to overspeed the engine now. 200 knots. There you go, 200 knots. 201. We're absolutely hooning it. That's 230 miles per hour. Look at that, we're absolutely hooning it. Alright, let's get that speed back because we don't want to break the wings off. So VFR, we shouldn't really be going into cloud, but we're going to anyway. Usually in real life when you go into cloud there's quite a bit of turbulence. Here we go, see, look, there's turbulence, extra turbulence inside the clouds, so that's a good simulated effect there. Got 15 miles left to run. There's no high terrain showing in front of us. Let's see if there's any ice. Any ice? See on the window there's a bit of something. Yeah, there's a bit of ice just there. Oh, I love that. That's very realistic. Oh, look at that. Got some ice. Okay, so this is Nottingham. Here we can start to slow down, and in fact our engine is very lean now. To re-enrich back towards 80%. Try 76 to begin with and see where that puts our RPM. 2480. 90. 80. 80. 80. 80. 80. 80. So let's just go all the way back here to 90. 80 to 90. 500. I think the engine's happiest about 64%. Okay. Speed back further. And I think we're entering left traffic. So we're just down to 2,200 feet now. And we'll go to heading mode. I want to do a right turn down. Oh! Do a right turn downwind. And then we'll see nose up. The wind is going to push us onto that, so we need to come quite a bit further to the right, especially as you slow down. The wind will push you more and more onto that. There it is. That speed back as well. Re-enrich 70 will do it fine. That's Castle Donington racetrack, just there. So I think they don't do Formula 1, but there's a lot of racing that goes on there. Look at the drift, insane amount of drift. Look at that. Oh, they said runway 27. Left traffic, runway 27. So we're going to be on the other side. Here. that ranging so you can see what's going on. Here we go. Our track is still, we're still getting blown away, like 75 degrees or something.
Cessna Romeo India Tango, wind 330 at 32. Clear touch and go left, traffic runway 27.
Clear touch and go runway 27 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Start to take flaps now, take flaps 10. Ground speed 37 knots. So that's the M1 motorway beneath us. I think it is anyway.
Tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango 900 feet to land.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango East Midlands Tower. QNH 29.59 wind 330 at tree 2. Enter left traffic runway 27.
Fly left traffic runway 27 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Cessna Romeo India Tango wind 330 at tree 2. Cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared to land runway 27 Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Romeo India Tango, exit runway when able. Cessna Romeo India Tango, contact ground on 121.905.
That was a short field landing, was it not?
121.905 Cessna Romeo India Tango. East Midlands ground, Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango, request taxi to parking.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway whiskey, Alpha Victor Delta.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway whiskey Alpha Victor Delta Cessna Romeo India Tango.
Cessna Romeo India Tango, hold position, caution other traffic. Cessna Romeo India Tango, continue taxi. Cessna Romeo India Tango, did you hear my last transmission?
Roger, Cessna Romeo India Tango.
At least Flight Simulator's teaching people to read back their clearances and instructions. So that was quite fast. So where do we go from again? What are you familiar with up there? Yeah, pretty much. Was it Sunderland to? Right, let me get this right. EGNV. That's right, East Midlands now. From Teesside Airport to East Midlands Airport in a Cessna 150. Total flight time 51 minutes. Pretty good, I'd say. So, and we did, don't forget we did a touch and go as well. So that probably added a few minutes on as well. All completed within daylight hours actually. Despite the fact it's sunset, it's still daylight hours. The dusk, twilight. Anyway, I enjoyed that. If you find that you're trying to use the live weather and live weather isn't working, you can always try a little trick where you switch to the USA, East USA servers if Europe is down. It's worked very well. The weather's worked fantastically here today. Temperature's accurate, wind was accurate, weather was very accurate, I would say. So, all in all, a good flight, and much better than the frustrating flight of yesterday. So, it's fantastic. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Also, mostly on Twitch, sometimes on YouTube as well, but subscribe on both. Because I'm trying to evaluate which platform is the one worth spending my time streaming on. If I don't get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, it might be a bit of a waste of time, so reviewing it. So please also subscribe on Twitch, Best of Both Brit, Twitch, Best of Both Brit, and YouTube as well. Thank you very much. Welcome to East Midlands Airport, and we're going to head off, get warmed up now. It's quite a chilly day, and the airport will become a hive of activity now with all the cargo flights continuing on all evening on until the early hours. So that's all from here. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening. Take care in this weather as well. Stay safe, stay warm.